Before we begin with the panel discussion, I request Swati Saraugi ma'am to please grace us on the dais. Swati Saraugi is the founder director of Swarnim International School, a K-12 co-ed CBSE curriculum school with world-class infrastructure for 2,500 students. A double master's in psychology and education, she is an alumna of the Harvard Graduate School of Education and an ISC gold medalist from La Martiniere, Kolkata. Her international exposure to CBSE and IB schools inspired Swarnim. The school has won awards for Value for Money, Best Parent-Teacher-Student Partnership in Bengal, Best Reading Culture in Bengal, and Best Preschool in Kolkata. She serves on education and NGO boards, including the Heritage School, CII Education Committee, and others, authored 4 children's books, received Businessmen's 50 Under 15, and is an accomplished Toastmaster. We welcome you, ma'am. I now request Sumit uncle to please come and felicitate ma'am with the Uttariya coffee table book and the memento.
We now like to invite Ms. Swati Gautam to the dais. Ms. Swati Gautam is an entrepreneur of nearly 35 years and the founder CEO of India's only brand of fitted intimate wear for women. She holds a master's degree in broadcasting from the University of Sheffield and taught journalism and marketing communication for 6 years at St. Xavier's College. A regular newspaper contributor, she writes fortnightly columns for English broadsheets and tabloids. A keen debater who prefers explaining over arguing, she has authored and produced the official coffee table books of the West Bengal Police and the sesquicentennial volume of St. Xavier's College. She actively fundraises for charities, including her trust Pokar and the Ramakrishna Mission and the Sarada Mission. We invite you here, ma'am, and we are very glad to have you here. I would like to invite Mr. Jitendra Lohia to please present ma'am with the Uttaraya, and Mr. Mohit Buteria to please present her with the coffee table. Happy day. Our next panelist is Professor Dr. Dipali Singhi. Very honored to introduce her, being part of her own college. So Professor Dr. Dipali Singhi brings over 32 years of teaching and administrative experience. Her expertise spans textile and fiber science, fiber manufacture, wet processing, dyeing, printing, textile finishing, fashion designing, textile testing, clothing construction, pattern making, traditional Indian textiles and crafts, and textile economics, sustainability and research in dyeing, finishing, apparel design and crafts. She is positioned JDBI amongst West Bengal's leading institutes, securing NAAC's A grade and UGC's granted autonomy, implemented CBCS and the NEP curricula, reforming examinations, strengthening research, placements, ERP, infrastructure, digitization, AI integrated systems and outreach incentives. She has introduced student-centric schemes and best practices. A recipient of numerous national awards since 2011, she is widely honored for academic leadership and outstanding contribution to education. We're glad to have you here, ma'am. We would like to invite Mr. Shubham Khaitan to please present her with the Uttaraya and Mr. Vivek Agarwal to please present her with the coffee table book. Now we would like to invite our very own CA Shivani Agarwal. She is the proprietor of Shivani Shah and Associates and partner at Finovate Advisors. She is the very first and the only 6-time Indian woman world champion in kettlebell sports. a national faculty for for indirect taxation at ICAI, an active contributor to NASIN. She trains CBIC officials, recognized amongst India's top 40 Fin influencers 2024 by ICAI, and recipient of the Pride of Bengal Award 2022. She is also a TEDx speaker and has received a letter of commendation from the Honorable Prime Minister of India for national building contributions. She serves as a chairperson of the Women's Committee, ICAI EIRC, heads GST Indirect Tax Committees, and is Vice President of ACA. We would like to call Mr. Roshan Bajaj to present her with the coffee table and Mr. Tarun Gupta to present her with the Uttarayo. I now hand over the dais to Ms. Shivani Agarwal to continue.
A very good morning to all of you. In my introduction, I like the last line the best, that I'm a part of the family of ACAE. Today, as we all gather here to celebrate the occasion of Women's Day, let me tell you that I'm so proud, and all of us in the room will join me in giving a big round of applause, not to the women, not to the men, but to ACAE. ऐसी संस्था है जहाँ पर I have felt and I have lived an inclusive growth. So 3 cheers for ACAE on this occasion of Women's Day. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Thank you so much. Firstly, a warm welcome to all our panelists. This is family for me also, on my right. And Rashmi spoke extensively about kitchen management. Ruchika ji told me, do not mention about kitchen management. But I will narrate a very small instance that happened this morning. I got up, I did my training, and then I was leaving. My son, who's 10, he told me today that, Mama, aaj aap kahin mat jana, you promised me. I said, aaj to jana hoga, today is Women's Day. And he asked me, why do we celebrate Women's Day? And how do you define yourself? And these are the few lines I tell myself every morning when I wake up. And I'm sure these words resonate with the men as much. मैं स्वयं हूँ सूरज अपना, मेरे सामने तम क्या है? चुटकी भर ये मुश्किलें और 2-4 जख्म क्या है? उड़ चला हूँ चीर के आंधियों की उर को मैं, मेरा हौसला तय करेगा बाजुओं में दम क्या है? Those few words define me, and I'm sure it sets the tone for our conversation for today. The topic for today is breaking the glass ceiling, challenges, choices, and confidence. I will start the panel discussion with Swati ma'am, and I'll ask her to share one defining moment. So, ma'am, can you define one defining moment in your life where you really felt that you had to break the glass ceiling, and your personal life journey and experience?
Thank you, Shivani. And I'll begin by saying a big thank you to Neeraj ji for having us here. And I hope our panel discussion will help us to connect, engage, and inspire. I think that is your philosophy for the year. So, in my case, my challenge was wanting to build something in a very different environment. I was a teacher in Singapore and in an international school, and I wanted to bring that pedagogy into Kolkata, into the outskirts of Kolkata. And I wanted to teach children not just what to think, but how to think. We wanted to introduce sports which were non-competitive up till the age of 8, because children learn best when they're collaborating and not competing. People skills is so important. We know that whatever profession we do, people skills is the most important thing. We wanted to have unstructured play, but that's when children learn negotiating, they learn waiting for their turn. They learn so much when they're on the playground. We wanted to do a lot about reading, immersive reading, and there was things that I wanted to do differently, but the community that I started with was not most receptive to my ideas. They thought that if there wasn't enough stress, the child would actually get left behind. NEP 2020 actually advocated these things, and the other schools started scrambling to kind of align themselves to it. But till then, we had very little buy-in. Pradeep ji, a very strong force in our setting up culture, he knows when the first week that we started, we actually had one student and 3 teachers, 1 principal, 1 admin, and myself, 6 adults hovering around her. And that child too was an employee of ours, was a child of our employee. So what I'm trying to say is that that glass ceiling of somebody wanting to do something different in a community that was not ready and not receptive was where my journey was difficult. And yet we continued. And, the sniff of our integrity kind of came around. People started appreciating what we were trying to do. We got our first 100 children. We actually bartered prasad amongst everybody. When we got our first award from Education World, my principal and I held hands and we were jumping like children ourselves. So it was a very long journey from getting compliances, from the construction, from building a community, building a team, building their trust. Every step of the way, it has been nothing sort of transformational. And this room knows the price of a passion, the price of unfulfilled desires. So it sometimes came in the form of, my son had broken both his arms in a cricket game, but I could not take him to the doctor because I was due at work. Sometimes it came in the form of me sitting after Diwali celebrations, after Diwali puja, and trying to submit my assignments, or it came in the form of sitting in the CBSE office waiting for the affiliation on the anniversary day, right later into the evening. But slowly, that 1 became 100, the 100 became 1,000. It took us 10 years. It wasn't so easy at all because we were believing very strongly in ethical advertising, ethical education, something we were talking about right now, how everybody's getting a doctorate just by paying for it. But so when we say that we have air-conditioned classrooms, we actually do. There are some schools that say advertise AC centrally air conditioned, and they will just air condition the central corridor. There are schools that we publish our entire fees on the website, and we charge only actuals. When we got delayed, our affiliation got delayed, we actually sent the very first batch to another school. We paid for their admission fees, their books, they bought, because it was our fault that the children didn't have we did not have the affiliation at that point of time. So we tried to do that, and slowly but steadily, we reached here. It was my ikigai, definitely, but it was also maybe, I am the 4th daughter of my family, and जब मैं पैदा हुई थी and मेरे grandparents ने डॉक्टर को पूछा कि क्या हुआ है, so he came out and he said धोखा. So that narrative, I was always loved. Okay, there was no discrimination in my family despite being the 4th daughter, but somewhere that narrative stayed with me that I need to make my life count. I want to create something that is extraordinary, something that adds value. So therefore my journey, therefore the zeal to break that glass ceiling, to not have any ceiling at all actually, and to create a place of learning, of empowerment, where women, if they feel a little less, they will feel that they are limitless. And that will be our success story. So, thank you.
That's very, very beautifully put. And I'm sure belonging to the academia and the education world, where parents are ever so demanding, it's not been easy. I think we briefly understood how you broke the glass ceiling. We'll come back to you to know more, and a few words of inspiration for everyone in the audience. Moving on to you, Swati Di. So you've built a very successful brand. Something which has been consumer focused, and something which has been ahead of its time, and to say the least, very unconventional. And I've had the opportunity to share the dais many a times with you, and let me tell you, it wasn't long back that our immediate past president gave me the opportunity to go up in a debate against Swati Di, and since then, I think there's been no looking back. I would like you to share some insights into practically being in a so-called man's world where you've built such a successful, unconventional brand. How have you faced challenges and broken the so-called invisible barrier or the glass ceiling?
Thank you, Shivani. So yes, I'll dwell briefly on the personal bit, and then I do want to add some certain factors about the glass ceiling. Right. Hello, yeah. See, the glass ceiling, first of all, this is a narrative which is primarily Western. ये पाश्चात्य दुनिया से हमारे यहाँ आया है, जैसा कि सब कुछ आता है. I mean, आज के दिन में सदर्न एवेन्यू, विवेकानंद पार्क के बाहर दुनिया की पोल्यूशन में बैठ के आप 8th डे कैफ़े की कॉफ़ी रास्ते पे बैठ के पियेंगे और 350 रुपये देंगे. ये फ्रांस में संभव है, ये स्विट्ज़रलैंड में संभव है, बट चूंकि वहाँ पे पीते हैं तो यहाँ डॉगीज़ भी घूम रहे हैं, स्ट्रे डॉग्स भी, वहाँ पे दुनिया का कचरा घूम रहा है, बाहर बैठ के पीना है क्योंकि वहाँ भी पीते हैं, राइट. तो ये कुछ ग्लास सीलिंग भी काफ़ी हद तक वहाँ से आया. ग्लास सीलिंग क्या है? सिंपल. जो 250-300 साल पहले इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन हुई, ये इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के बाद वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में ये कॉरपोरेट कल्चर इमर्ज हुआ. उसके पहले कॉरपोरेट कल्चर था नहीं, और कॉरपोरेट कल्चर के इमर्जिंग में उनके यहाँ एक ग्लास सीलिंग आई, जिसे उन्होंने ग्लास सीलिंग इसलिए कहा कि औरतें उसके ऊपर उठ नहीं पा रही हैं. नाउ देयर इज़ नो डाउट कि उनके कॉरपोरेट कल्चर, वी आर ऑल डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम देम, तो यहाँ भी उसका असर पड़ा है. एंड देयर इज़ अ ग्लास सीलिंग इन द कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड इन इंडिया टू. We will address it specifically and also in general. But you see, as far as I am concerned, all of India, आज हमारी संस्कृति, ये जो हमारी भारतीय सभ्यता है, which includes so many Indias within India, so many Indias, जैसे कि when Ruchika had said that लड़कियों को ambition नहीं सिखाया जाता है, I immediately leaned into Swati's ear and said, these are different Indias. This organization is primarily made up of people of one community and one caste. आप लोगों की यहाँ लड़कियों की आवश्यकता रही है वो कि परिवारों के धनों की खजांची बन के रहें. तो एम्बिशन सीख लेगी तो खजाना कौन संभालेगा? मैं ब्राह्मण हूँ, हमें तो बचपन से एम्बिशन सिखाई गई है ब्राह्मणों की लड़कियों को. वी आर द सर्विस क्लास. Women rishis from time immemorial have been taught to study, learn, fight. In fact, Rigved ki, one of the first and most powerful stutis is Rigved. I'm not talking of Puran. Ved Puran se kafi pehle aaye hain. Is by that of a woman, okay? She's the daughter of a rishi, where she says, I am now one with the Devi, with the Adi Shakti. Aham Rudra. I will not go into it. The point is that what I'm trying to make is, हमारी culture में glass ceiling अभी भी sporadic है. It is only primarily in the corporate sector, and in other sectors, as she rightly said, she faced a different kind of a glass ceiling. See, I have been very fortunate. कुछ ना कुछ कर्म अच्छे किए होंगे. I am a fully women's organization. मेरे driver को छोड़ के, from my cutters to my, no, it has been of great help because women far more loyal. वो 500,000, 2,000 रुपए के लिए कभी आपको छोड़ के नहीं जाएगी. Women far more honest. वो 500,000, 2,000, 5,000, 50,000, लाख रुपए के लिए चोरी नहीं करेगी. I mean, I have been blessed. But you see, as she rightly said, Shivani, कि the product was unconventional. Why? यहाँ भी हमारे भाई बंधुओं ने विमेंस इनरवेयर को अपना बना के रखा था. वे ही बनाते थे, वे ही काटते थे, वे ही सप्लाई करते थे, वे ही बेचते थे. और फिर जब हम आए उसमें शी इज़ राइट, हम अनकन्वेंशनल कहे गए. अरे भाई, वो प्रोडक्ट मेरा है. आप जो अब तक बनाते आए हैं, आपकी तो एनाटॉमी भी नहीं है आपकी टेस्ट कर सकें कि ठीक चल रहा है कि नहीं, कि उसका मतलब क्या है. हाँ, मतलब व्हाट आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट. बट हैविंग बीन इन अ सेटअप ए विच वॉज ऑफ माई, when I say my, frankly, I would like to, I refer to my divine, because at the age of 56, I'm very clear कि nothing is mine. वो पत्ता नहीं हिला पाती मैं, but for my Mahadev's kripa. So that I was able to design a workspace. My workspace is designed by myself in a manner where there is utter peace, where there is no glass ceiling, because we deal with people. What is necessity? Necessity is the only manufacturing retailer in the country which deals with any and every matter related to the female anatomy and the female innerwear. अब आप सोच के देखिए, जेंट्स को पर्सपेक्टिव बताऊं, आप लोग के ब्रीफ अगर आपको रोज काटें तो आप कितना काम कर पाएंगे? नहीं कर पाएंगे ना. आपकी बनियान रोज चुभे तो आपको कितना कष्ट होगा ना. Ours is a more complicated garment, more complicated body. Women's bodies change so much more in life, so much more than that of a man. Every time there's आपकी शादी हुई, your body changes. First pregnancy, body changes. Second pregnancy, body changes. Hit your menopause, body changes. Perimenopause, body changes. Postmenopause, you need supportive innerwear, nahi to your body suffers. And that is where necessity comes in. I am the daughter of a bureaucrat who is no more. I mean, my father, if he was alive, he would have been almost 90 plus. What I learnt was move ahead with grace. Do not think of yourself as a woman or man. Think of yourself as a human. Nobody takes away your femininity. You don't need to be equal to anyone. You need to be the best version of what you can be. So it is so true. What I can't be, what is the point of my trying to embrace and achieve that? It's not going to happen. But try and be what you are. So in my life, necessity was and is an immense blessing, where there has been no glass ceiling also, because it's a technical work. I am very technically sound in my work. I know every machine, I know every needle, I know every belt, I know every process. So there has never been, touchwood, a competitor in 35, 36 years. Not in India. And therefore the roots go strong, stable है. Glass ceiling की मेरी जिंदगी में कोई जगह नहीं आई. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि I do not acknowledge. I not just acknowledge, I appreciate, and will probably flesh out more about how the glass ceiling is it stopping women in the corporate world from going up, or is it not? I'm sure in the discussion we'll flesh this out some more. Thank you, Shivani.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, indeed, the glass ceiling is invisible in your case. And I'm very glad there is someone out here in the room who felt it wasn't ever there, and you had the grit and the determination to see it through. And I think a wonderful round of applause is well deserved, considering that her brand, which is not so unconventional anymore, does not have a competitor in the last 35 odd years.
Just a small qualification. Not have a competitor का मतलब ये है कि there's nobody else who manufactures and prescribes specific fitted innerwear for the body like we do. बाकी चाइना से तो भैया कंटेनर्स भर के आ रहे हैं, उसमें तो कोई कमी नहीं है.
Lovely. Moving on to a different note, now to you, Dipali ma'am. You've been in education for a very long time. She's been with JD Birla and very recently with iLead. You had the fortune and the privilege with working with a lot of young women who are moving on that sphere from being young, budding minds to entrepreneurs and making career choices. You were mentioning that you also belong to a conventional family where she, in her own way, had to face many challenges, and here she is today sitting as a thought leader. Would you throw some light on how has your journey been, and if ever you had a glass ceiling, and how did you manage breaking those barriers?
Thank you, Shivani. But before I give you my part of the story, I would like to really thank, because I've never had the opportunity to thank you, Swati Di. Being from the field of textiles, I can still tell you, one of my first assignments that we had at Bombay, doing my master's, was to make a foundation garment, and it was a scary thing. And one of the most difficult ones, I would say, when we had to give fitting trials to our teacher. So this is something that we really don't talk about. And I think this particular part of our journey as women is something that we all been neglecting, because a foundation garment doesn't really just give you a fit. It is supposed to have health and mental well-being attached to it. And that's why when I was teaching, I used to start my first lecture with the foundation garments. And I think all women, in fact, this association must organize this topic and, take it forward. Because that's one thing that we really, neglect. We don't want to hear about it, but something. So thank you for doing something which is much required today. Now, coming from a conservative Marwari family, I would not say conservative because I've had the privilege to come from a family which was modern in its approach. But of course, in my generation, being the only girl child with 4 uncles, I was the only girl born in the family. And there was a lot of pressure to settle down. Now that was a part of the first kind of glass ceiling that I faced, and I do believe there is still persistent, I would not use the word glass ceiling, but there is some kind of differentiation between the two sexes that we have, the male and the female. And for me, it started with that journey where there was a lot of pressure on getting married and settling down. And being the only girl child with 5 brothers from my different uncle, we were in a joint family, and I had to fight it through. And this fight came with a lot of dedication, because I remember today what our guest of honor mentioned. You've got to, just keep on doing. You have to show your good and hard work. And it went on for years, and both my grandparents, my maternal grandfather and my grandmother, they saw that dedication and finally gave up. They had to give up literally, and they told my mother, "Ab isko chhod do, jab iski itni ichha hai padhne pe, let her study," and their focus changed to my brother. So he got married faster, and I was allowed to continue with my education. Then came going ahead with that education, where I was told that I will not be allowed to do my master's, and you should just settle down with your BSc at Loreto House. And that's the time when you need a support. And that support came from my brother. So for all the wonderful men here, we women also have done and achieved a lot only because we get support in some form or the other, either from the brother or the father or the husband. So I went and studied, and I came back. And I had the opportunity to serve my alma mater, which was J.D. Birla at that time. I've had 31 years of service to this alma mater. I had the opportunity to serve J.D. Birla for 31 years. But of course, there have been occasions of facing this challenge of being a woman. Being dedicated, we women have, this kind of an inborn, I would say, character, that we tend to do everything with a lot of dedication. And we don't that time consider that we have something other that we have to attend to, which I think Ma'am Swati has also mentioned, that there have been occasions where you've left your personal requirements to the demands of your job. And my first such situation arose when I lost my finger. It was amputated, and I remember the reason for its finally getting amputated because of the gangrene, and that was because I had to attend a class on the very next day. My students had an exam which was very, very traumatic, and I knew that if I was not present, they would be really disturbed. So I forced the doctor to leave me, and without being on the drips, I went home in the night, and by the time I reached the surgeon after the exam the next day, the gangrene had already set in. So they had to amputate it. So that's the kind of dedication women can show. I am sure when men can, but I think the women can show this kind of a grit. And then I had to struggle all the way up for my 18 years of principalship at J.D. Birla, where any contributions made as a principal, we had to compete with people who were from the other part of the sex category, that's the female. Being the principal, it was always, we had to kind of prove that we have done something. We had to keep on saying that this is what has been done by the girls of this college. But of course, at times, we did have to fight that out. And it was a very, very difficult journey at that point of time. But yes, when you have supporters and mentors, which today is very much required. You know, you need to speak up for yourself, but you also have to have people to understand what you're speaking. And that the management did support me in my case, and it was a journey that I could, you know, continue with that work, and I could successfully deliver what was supposed to be done. So I personally would like to say that this glass ceiling is faced by everybody in some form or the other. Maybe not in the correct terms of the glass ceiling, but there could be restrictions which even the men face. But of course, we as women must fight for it. We must sustain this. Many of us give up at a certain point of time. Giving up is not the solution. We'll have to continuously fight for it. And we have been created by God for certain work. You cannot just ignore it in the name of women's liberation. And on this wonderful day that we celebrate on this occasion, on the 8th of March, it doesn't restrict ourselves to just being women just because we feel that we are the underprivileged ones. We've never been the underprivileged. The human societies were mostly matriarchal. How did we lose that? Why did that happen? There must be reasons for us. We must think we are very powerful from within, and then only. This concept of glass ceiling, which Swati Di says is not existent, technically it may not be existent because we've coined that term for ourselves. But yes, equality, gender equality is something that is very different from facing the glass ceiling. Glass ceiling is something that is more attached to the workplace. At the home front, it becomes more of a gender, a bias or a gender inequality. We all have faced it at some point of our time, but that depends from one society to the other. Just a couple of days back, I was going through and I was reading, the Epstein files, and, just moved on to reading about some historical part of what was happening. Every part of history, all across the world, whether it is the Western history or whether it is the Indian history, there have been discrimination, but discriminations not necessarily all the time is related to the gender. But one important point is that whatever biases we face come more from our same gender than from the others. The desire to perform well, the desire to contribute, to come as a team builder, it comes not only, the support should not only come from the other part of the community, it should also come from the women around. This double-sided sword that we have, that if a woman is aggressive, and if she is trying to achieve what she's supposed to do, then it is abrasive. And if the woman is subtle and meek, the woman is more empathetic, she does not have the leadership quality. That's the paradox that exists, and I think that is something that we must do away with it. So this double bind should not be there. And I have faced this double bind in my life, so I think I've taken my lessons well and hope I will come back with a stronger personality in years to come. Thank you so much.
Stronger than what you already are, ma'am. I think now that's difficult, but a moving story indeed. So we've spoken briefly about glass ceiling. For some it exists, for some it doesn't. But I think the short summary is, यदि आपके कारण लोग प्रसन्न हैं तो जीवन उत्तम है. यदि आप स्वयं से प्रसन्न हैं तब जीवन सर्वोत्तम है. So I think spoken enough about the glass ceiling. We still have time for one question each before we open the floor for the audience for some questions and then closing remarks. So I have some 3 C's in mind: confidence, choices, and culture. So I'll start with you, Swati Di. We often speak about confidence. बहुत सुना है कि भाई बच्चों को confident बनाओ, but it's seldom explained. You come across as someone who exudes confidence, someone who's got the charm where every girl at every age, and I'm sure the men also are impressed enough. What is your idea of confidence, and what would be your few words to everyone in this room, across gender, across age, that one attribute that one should have as a human that can exude of confidence and help you achieve all impossible endeavors in life?
I would like to start by a share by a very, very iconic poet called Majaz For your reference, he was जावेद अख्तर सगे मामा. मजाज ने एक बार लिखा था कि तेरे माथे पे ये जो आंचल है बहुत खूब है, लेकिन तेरे माथे पे जो आंचल है बहुत खूब है, लेकिन तू इस आंचल से परचम बना लेती तो अच्छा था. परचम इज अ फ्लैग. सी तू इस आंचल से परचम बना लेती तो अच्छा था. सो यू सी, when the ability to be able to cover my head when I want to, in respect whether I'm going to a mandir. By the way, covering of our head in a mandir is not prescribed by our Vedas. It is a social thing. पुराणों के समय से है, fair enough choice है. And the ability to convert that aanchal into a flag when needed, that is confidence. और ये हम में कहाँ से आएगा? ये सिर्फ एक ही चीज से आएगा. I mentioned that there is a glass ceiling for corporate women. That is why we are discussing a glass ceiling, because ACAE is the critical word here is corporate, you see. Now, the glass ceiling in a corporate world exists for one simple reason. Think about it. This is a very radical thing I am going to tell you. The corporate world exists in a free market economy, you will agree? Western economies खुली free market थी इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के बाद, तभी वो उस तरह से बढ़ी जिस तरह बढ़ी. हम ये सब डिस्कशंस क्लोज्ड इकोनॉमीज चाइना में और रशिया में तो कर नहीं रहे हैं. तो फ्री मार्केट इकोनॉमी पे क्या वो एक, व्हाट इज दैट वन थिंग which people desire, men desire, people in the corporate world desire, that one thing. Merit, which is equal to results, which is equal to financial results. For all the, I may have a super great social media account with 100 million followers, but if it does not translate into an income, it is nothing in this world. You see, our achievements are still not and will not be counted on social factors. They will continue to be defined by financial factors, not because that is the ideal thing, but because उसके अलावा अभी और कोई इंडेक्स नहीं बना है. जैसे कि जो लोग कहते हैं कि स्कूल 100 साल पहले भी उधर टीचर खड़ी थी और ब्लैक बोर्ड था, अब स्मार्ट बोर्ड है, टीचर भी वहीं खड़ी है. मैं मानती हूँ कि एजुकेशन का वो सिस्टम आइडियल नहीं है, 100 साल में चेंज नहीं हुआ है, बट जब तक कोई और सिस्टम ना आए तब तक तो वही चलेगा ना. आप पहले दूसरा सिस्टम तो ईजाद करें. तो टू कम बैक टू दैट ग्लास सीलिंग, कॉन्फिडेंस एंड दिस कॉर्पोरेट फैक्टर दैट आई एम स्पीकिंग अबाउट, योर फाइनेंशियल्स मैटर. एंड आज तक औरतों पे ना वो ऊपर वाले का बड़ा करम रहा है, कि बड़ी दुआएं रही हैं, बड़ी आशीर्वाद और आशीष रहे हैं कि हमारे लिए फाइनेंशियल्स आर नंबर 2, नॉट नंबर 1. हमारे लिए आज भी नंबर 1 क्या है? इन 2026, to a large extent, women of the Western world for sure, but women in India, women in the Orient, women in this part of the world will certainly prefer their children over anything else. क्या बात, कोई हो ही नहीं सकता, कंपैरिजन ही नहीं है. They will prefer the elderly. अब आप फट से कहेंगे, कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं सासों को बहुएं नहीं देखते. अरे बहुएं अपनी माओं को तो देखती हैं, तो सब अपनी माओं को देख लो, खत्म चक्कर. भाई हिसाब सिंपल है भाई. सासों को देखने के लिए तो सास बहू का एक अलग, we have to go into something else. भाई एल्डरली के प्रति, शो मी अ गर्ल टुडे, गांव की हो कि शहर की हो, जो अपनी माँ के प्रति एक टान नहीं रखती. सो ऑल दिस इम्पैक्ट्स आवर टाइम एट वर्क. इन्होंने कहा फुल एफिशिएंसी दीजिए, बिल्कुल सही. इनके बेटे के हाथ का जो हाल था, इस माँ को याद है. पर मैं आपसे कह सकती हूँ, कोई बाप अगर नहीं पहुंचा होता तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं थी. भाई काम में बिजी था. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, नॉट दैट कि बाप का पहुंचना खराब है, अच्छा, उस पर नहीं जा रही हूं मैं इसी पर जा रही हूं कि हमारी प्रायोरिटीज, थैंक गुडनेस, आर नॉट चेंजिंग. वी आर वैल्यूइंग द ह्यूमन क्वोशंट अबव द फाइनेंशियल क्वोशंट. आज मैं आपको लास्ट लाइन यही कहूंगी, अगर कॉरपोरेट वर्ल्ड को पता होता कि मैं मिस्टर सो एंड सो से ज़्यादा अच्छे क्वार्टरली एनुअल रिजल्ट्स रख दूंगी, वो झक मार के खुद से ग्लास सीलिंग तोड़ेंगे मेरे लिए. उनको बस उसी से मतलब है. जैसे मैं लास्ट इसको इलस्ट्रेट करके देती हूँ आपको. जब मी टू मूवमेंट हुआ और MJ अकबर के खिलाफ एक एक करके लड़कियों ने, बाय द वे ही हैज़ लॉस्ट, पल्लवी के खिलाफ जिन्होंने केस किया था, फर्स्ट राउंड इन द दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट ही हैज़ लॉस्ट, ही हैज़ गॉन इन अपील विच इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड. अगर यहाँ वो हारते हैं तो वो फिर अपील पे जाएंगे, अल्टीमेटली ये केस चलेगा ऊपर तक। आई हैड जस्ट लॉस्ट माई फादर 8 साल पहले, मेरे पिताजी का देहांत हुआ था, और पापा के जाने के साथ साथ पर अखबार मैं फिर भी देखती थी दिन में 5-10 मिनट के लिए, एंड आई रियलाइज वन आफ्टर द अदर, पल्लवी वॉज द फर्स्ट वन टू राइट, शी डिड नॉट नेम हिम बट ही डिड अ केस ऑन हर, and I'm sorry, Pallavi galat bol rahi hu, Priya. And then one after the other, many girls came out to support her, saying हमारे संग भी ऐसा हुआ है, हमारे संग भी ऐसा हुआ है। मेरे साथ भी एमजे अकबर ने, जब मैं छोटी थी सेंट जेवियर्स में, and very active with the alumni association, very, there was a very bad incident that happened with the man, and there was a witness to it from then. Immediately, I also wrote in the Quint, I wrote my piece. कि I was also one of the 16-17 women who came out and spoke against MJ Akbar। अभी हम आपको क्यों बता रही हूँ? क्योंकि उस वक्त मैंने अपने and I have a very strong male circle of friends from my college days, St. Xavier's days. All of them उस वक्त उनका knee jerk reaction, and I was watching it, observing it and analyzing it. They said, अब पता है औरतों को काम पे रखना लोग छोड़ देंगे, हम लोग अपने चेंबर में कैमरा लगाना पड़ेगा। ह्यूमन का कैमरा लगाना तो अच्छी बात है, अगर टेक्नोलॉजी है तो लड़कियों के लिए क्यों, हर एक के लिए कैमरा होना चाहिए, भाई कौन आया कौन गया। बट देन आई टोल्ड देम वन थिंग, एंड इट हैज़ बीन 8 years एंड ऑल ऑफ यू जज इट। आई सेड यू कांट अफोर्ड टू नॉट एम्प्लॉय women because the qualities they get to the table are impossible to replicate in a man. फर्क सिर्फ इतना है कि हम आज भी कंपेयर टू द मोस्ट कंपेलिंग सर्कमस्टांसेस, इंडिविजुअल इंस्टेंसेस में हम अपनी फैमिली को अवश्य आदतन ज़रूरत से, yes we may set them aside for a moment, but by and large you will not have a woman who will set aside either the younger generation or the older generation and focus only on what is required at work. इसीलिए ये ग्लास सीलिंग है। लास्टली, कॉन्फिडेंस। देखिए, साहिर ने लिखा था कि तुम दिलों, आप दौलत के तराजू पे दिलों को तोलो, आप दौलत के तराजू पे दिलों को तोलो, हम मोहब्बत का सिला मोहब्बत से दिया करते हैं। So you see, as long as we have a heart full of caring and love, the confidence will sooner or later always come back to us. There may be a momentary desertion, कि भाई I've lost my confidence. It will come back. Why? Because it is self-generated. One last thing, Ruchika mentioned that there's over-content on social media. आप अपने को अगर पीतल से बहलाएंगे तो सोना आपसे दूर जाएगा। आप जान के रखिएगा कि अगर आपको दिखाने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, बोलने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, हर एक से शेयर करने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, अगले से वैलिडेशन की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, then your confidence is not from yourself, it is from that person. And धीरे धीरे वो दुनिया, that social media दुनिया is becoming a jungle par excellence, कोई किसी को नहीं ढूंढ पाएगा। सुशांत राजपूत बेचारा मर गया ना, 7 million फॉलोअर और मरा अकेला बेचारा। So that is one thing we must remember. For confidence, look inside. Thank you.
Thank you for your very strong words. And I think I'm reminded of that one line that's been my gospel, khud ko khoya to kya paya. So I think that sums it all up. Thank you so much for sharing your wise words. You spoke about social media. You spoke about how there can be a toxic culture with some predators roaming around in corporate world, and so much more about women being nurturing by nature. So that brings me to my next question to you, Swati ma'am. While we spoke about confidence, we've spoken about glass ceiling. I wanted to get a sense of how do we build that culture, since you're educating many young minds. And being a mother to a 10-year-old, I can confidently say कि बहुत नाजुक एज होता है बच्चों का. आप 10, 11, 12, 13, and their mind is like sponge. And I also know that आप जब बच्चों को कुछ बताते हैं तो वो नहीं सीखते हैं, but आपको देख के, वो आपकी जीवनी को देख के, it becomes a life lesson for them. And children who are loved well, love well. So how, as an educationist who's been dealing with so many young, vibrant minds who will go on to be the entrepreneurs and the India of tomorrow, how do you build a culture, especially around girls? Because my son goes to a co-ed school, and yesterday night he was handling an issue wherein 6 girls were fighting, and he was the only boy who was helping them out. And I said, Lavik, this is nice, but what just happened? He said, Naila is saying that I'm getting mental instability because the way how Rushil has been talking in class, and Ira has been getting a headache because another boy has been disturbing her. So it's very nice to see boys develop empathy. So I wanted to know that being in charge of so many young minds, how are you shaping a culture? Because I also read somewhere that you keep a fish in a small tank, it grows by 6 inches, and you keep the same fish in an ocean, it grows by 6 feet. How do you, as an educationist, as a thought leader, imbibe that culture in the young minds of today?
So firstly, I must compliment you on the parenting that you're doing if your son is developing that empathy. Because as we were discussing earlier, the panelists, we were talking about the fact that women have grown by leaps and bounds and the men are quite clueless. Okay, this was an inside joke. But we felt that that is very important, that, हम इतना Women's Day celebrate कर रहे हैं, we have to celebrate the men in our lives and we have to teach them the skills, because we are now expecting them to come into roles that they are not prepared for or they are not being given training for. So that is very important. Another very important thing that needs to be, as young parents, social media, we all have to be extremely careful how much exposure we are giving our children. Please, please curtail it according to their ages, ban it, regulate it as far as possible. That is not going anywhere. And about building confidence in children, I think we have to allow them to make mistakes. That's the only one way to build confidence. Just go out there and do what you need to do. You have to have continuous learning. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in a network of people around you. But ultimately, when you're standing out there, it's your own battle. So only when you're out there fighting your battle will you learn how to get it right. So confidence comes from making mistakes. Let's celebrate those mistakes and hope our children will learn better and do better from them. Thank you.
One last question, and that's for Dipali ma'am, and then we'll open the floor for 2 questions from the audience. And Kavita, I'm looking at you for 1 question, please. Dipali ma'am, we spoke about confidence, हमने culture की बात करी. I read somewhere that life is a sum total of the choices you make. And as a girl myself, I'm taking the liberty to call myself girl on Women's Day. Coming from a very conventional background where sports had nothing to do with my family, it was a leap of faith I took. And my father told me that life will always offer you 2 choices, faith and fear. And life is a product of the choices you make. So as an educationist and dealing with such young, vibrant minds, especially girls, was there an important choice you made which was a turning point in your life, which you can throw some light on?
Yes, I do understand that, when I had to make a lot of choices, especially with the kind of studies that I went, for the specializations that I went, that was definitely not what I had wanted to do. But at one point of time, it dawned on me that women is not just about looking after houses, looking after families. There is something much more to a woman, and that is contribution to the society. So I had to choose my area of studies not out of choice, but out of this desire to do something in life. So the passion which I had was geography. I was absolutely passionate about the subject, and I was known as the geography student in school with my friends, and nobody could imagine that I could drop geography and opt for home science. I did that at the last minute, even although I topped the list for admissions at Loreto House. I had to make that choice because when my mother said she will not allow me to study further, and I said, okay, tab home science karte hain, kuch kar sakenge zindagi mein. That gave me that option, and then not just BSc, I that's destiny. I finished my master's, I did my PhD, I served as a professor for so many years. That's one part of the story. But what I feel is, in today's world, when I look at my students, the younger generations who come to the college, there is one thing which definitely is lacking today. That's my perception, which I would say that maybe in our generations it was far stronger, and that was the fire in the belly, the desire to learn, the desire to do something, the desire of not having everything with you. Today, I could fight the world, I could look after my parents, and I can tell you, we were talking about Swati Di very beautifully saying that if every girl doesn't want to look after the mother-in-law, fair enough, at least look after their mother. And I can tell you, I was very privileged because I'm not married, so probably that privilege came to me to really serve my parents at a very, very crucial time. Both my parents were very terminally ill, and I had the chance to at least look after them. When my friends IV me, and I tell them, don't worry, because you can't. Don't think that, had you got the opportunity, I'm sure you would have done it. So as women, we do, when the time comes, we do the right thing. That instinct is there. But today's world, I would put the reason to being parenting, where everything is provided for. We just provide everything. The child doesn't know the difference between what that child needs to go and get, rather than expects that to come to him. And that's what didn't happen in my case, because I was not the provided child. I had to fight for everything that I had. And today I know my family, my entire joint family, I come from a good family, and everybody is very proud that I managed to reach this stage. At one point of time, they were not happy, wo shaadi nahi karegi, aisa kaisa ho sakta hai, and things like that. So it does happen, but it comes from the desire to do something, a desire to achieve something that you don't have. If you provide for everything, that desire never surfaces. It remains hidden and it just doesn't come. So for all the young women there, do not give in to your child. Let the child know that there is something which he cannot get, and he or she has to go and reach and walk up to get that point. And that's where many of my students who do so well, I still remember 3 of my most favorite students in terms of their academic performances. I have their names. By the way, one of them is Swati Ajit Saria. Just don't forget, we are teachers, so we do remember. But it was very unfortunate that all 3 of them who topped and who were brilliant could not do anything to serve the society. That is where this desire becomes very imperative. And my life study has shown me, nahi do, zindagi mein uski chahat sabse zyada badhegi. So always have a space for something burning inside you to get that. Thank you.
Being a young parent, I'm reminded of those few lines by Warren Buffett, and who once said that, give your children so much that they do something. Don't give your children so much that they do nothing. So, and in fact, Swati, if you remember, हमने डिबेट में भी इस विषय पे चर्चा की थी जब सन्मार्ग का डिबेट हुआ था. कुपूत सुपूत तो क्यों घन संचय, कुपूत तो क्यों धन संचय.
पूत सपूत तो क्यों धन संचय, पूत सपूत तो क्या धन संचय, पूत कपूत तो क्या धन संचय.
We have time for 2 quick questions from the audience, and Kavita is right there, ready with a question. And Kavita, if you can kindly direct your question to which panelist?
So thank you for such a power-packed panel today. I think it couldn't have been a better start to the celebration of Women's Day. So thank you so much to all 4 of you. I would want each one of you to answer this, but I think due to paucity of time, any one of you can take this question. Do you think that it's become easier for the girls now, or it's become more difficult as they have to prove much more than what we had to in our times?
Who would like to take that?
See, this is what रॉकी और रानी की प्रेम कहानी में रणवीर सिंह कहता है ना उसको कि ये ट्रिक क्वेश्चन है, हाँ, कि वेस्ट बंगाल तो वेस्ट में ही हो सकता है, उसने कहा ईस्ट में, ट्रिक क्वेश्चन है. सी व्हाट अ ब्यूटिफुल क्वेश्चन, बट यू सी वेरी सिंपल. With increasing opportunities will come increasing competition. Times will never be easier or harder in general. The individual makes it easier or harder in her or his own head. And as far as the question of, trying to link this to Women's Day, coming to easier or harder vis-a-vis men or women, so another social observation is this. कि औरतें कभी उधार नहीं रखती हैं. आप सोच के देख लीजिए. आप मोहब्बत, इज़्ज़त, नफ़रत, वफ़ा, जफ़ा, जफ़ा इज़ जुल्म, ट्रॉमा, आप कुछ भी उनको देंगे वो दुगना करके लौटाती हैं. एंड आई एम इलस्ट्रेटिंग इट, दीज आर ऑल इनसाइट्स. मोहम्मद यूनुस, बांग्लादेश, जस्ट स्टेप डाउन. बंदे को नोबेल प्राइज़ मिल गया. थ्रू व्हाट? थ्रू माइक्रो फाइनेंस. माइक्रो फाइनेंस किसको दिया जाता है? हर सोसाइटी. यहाँ घोष जी, चंद्रशेखर घोष जी खड़े हो गए ना, फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर? औरतों को उधार देकर. सो इफ वी रिमेंबर दिस, वील नो द टाइम्स. ये जो रिमेंबर महाभारत, द सीरियल यूज्ड टू स्टार्ट विद माई बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ महाभारत वॉज द बिगिनिंग. मैं समय हूँ. वो न किसी का है, न वो पराया है, न वो अपना है, वो सबका है. आपको समय को समझ के समय के संग चलना होगा.
At the end of this panel discussion, definitely, one line which will stay with me is बुद्धि बादाम खाने से नहीं, ACAE के panel discussion में आने से मिलती है. There is so much to take right now. Anyway, we have so many past presidents sitting in this room today. I was looking for Sumit, but I can't see him. He is not to be seen, so I will look at any other. Acha, so we'll ask our president, sir, who is the father to a beautiful daughter, कि सर आप हमारे पैनलिस्ट के लिए संक्षिप्त में एक सवाल रखें, और किस पैनलिस्ट के लिए ये ज़रूर बताइएगा, लेकिन सर संक्षिप्त में.
Honestly, I'm not ready with any question, but जिस तरीके से स्वाति जी ने कुछ पॉइंट्स आज रखे हैं, तो स्वाति जी यहाँ पर एक ही पॉइंट है कि एज अ फादर ऑफ अ डॉटर डर लगता है कई बार. जो सिचुएशंस रहती हैं आगे पीछे जो चलती हैं, इस डर से कैसे निकले. आई होप शिवानी जी ओके है. साइज ऑफ सवाल.
देखिए, आई विल टैकल दिस वेरी क्लियरली इन शॉर्ट विद फिलोसॉफी, विद स्पिरिचुअलिटी. एंड दिस इज नॉट थियोरेटिकल. ये टाइम टेस्टेड चीज़ है. जिंदगी भर अगर आँखों को साफ रखा है तो दामाद भी अच्छा मिलेगा, ये मुमकिन है. ठीक है ना? कर्म अच्छे करते रहिए. बेटी को ये मत, डू नॉट ट्रीट योर डॉटर लाइक शी इज़ अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू बी गिवन अवे ऑन समबडी एल्स. आजकल ब्याह जल्दी क्यों कराते थे? कि एक तो सोशल एक कंसर्न था कि भाई समाज क्या बोलेगा. उसके बाहर था कि भाई लड़की जवान हो रही है, हमारे घर पे रहेगी, जिसके घर जाए उसकी जिम्मेदारी है. अब वो दुनिया बहुत पहले बदल गई है. सो बेटी को देखिए, एजुकेशन कोई चुरा नहीं सकता, शिक्षा कोई चुरा नहीं सकता, संस्कार कोई चुरा नहीं सकता, मेहनत करना कोई चुरा नहीं सकता. इतनी बड़ी बात दीपाली ने कही है. आप उसको लग्जरी देकर पंगु मत बनाइए. डू नॉट इनकैपेसिटेट हर, डू नॉट हैंडीकैप हर. ऑल योर वेल्थ विल बी हर्स वन डे व्हेन शी इज ओल्ड इनफ टू वैल्यू इट. बट इफ यू नो, कोलकाता म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन का भी मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल दे दूं. हर जगह जब हमारे शहर का कचरा करते हैं, क्या लिखते हैं? टुडेज पेन इज टुमारोज गेन. तो वो आज का पेन सफ़र कर लीजिए. थोड़ा सा ना, कुम्हार, कभी कोई कुम्हार आज तक कोई पात्र नहीं बना पाया यदि उसने मिट्टी को कड़े से नहीं पकड़ा है. वो मिट्टी को, द पॉटर इज नॉट डिस्ट्रॉइंग द, इट इज नॉट डिस्ट्रक्टिंग द क्ले, इट इज क्रिएटिंग अ पॉट. बस वही कोशिश आप करिए बस.
I'll just add one thing, since I've been a principal of a girls' college primarily. Protecting a girl child just doesn't happen outside, sir. I've had children who've been abused at home by fathers. So there's something you have to just train the child to understand. And they don't know who to reach. तो अगर आप उस बच्चे में इस तरह का एक समझ जो पैदा कर सकते हैं, वो किसी भी तरह की वेपन से काफ़ी ज़्यादा होगा. तो आपको सबसे पहले तो उसको वो बच्चा ये समझे कि मुझे जो मिल रहा है उसमें लिमिटेशंस है. इस तरह की डिमांड कि माय फादर कैन डू एनीथिंग. हम कॉलेज नहीं अटेंड करेंगे, लेकिन मेरे फादर हाई कोर्ट में जाकर जीत करके ले आएंगे, एंड देन आई विल थ्रो इट ऑन द प्रिंसिपल्स फेस कि 20% अटेंडेंस के बाद भी मुझे एग्ज़ाम में बैठने दिया जाए. So that kind of a thing is what is becoming very, very popular. That must stop, sir. तो वो अगर हम बच्चों में एक आग जगा सके कि सब चीज़ तुमको मिलेगी नहीं, कुछ चीज़ तुमको अर्न करनी पड़ेगी, बस उतना काफ़ी है.
I'll just add to that कि इन्होंने बेस तो पूरा लगा दिया. अगर कर सके, if we can give our children a purpose, I think life में एक passion. There are so many cultures जब आदमी when they pass away बोलते हैं कि they ask just one question, did he have passion? अगर हम अपने बच्चों में अपने आप में एक purpose बना लेना, and I'm not talking about money is a result. There should be a reason why we want to get up in the morning. There should be a why to our lives. Then everything becomes easy. Every challenge becomes insurmountable. So here's my wish for everybody here. Please find your why. Please find your purpose.
And a happy Women's Day to everyone.
Thank you so much. I think it was indeed a power-packed panel. I'm personally learning a lot. And just very briefly, 30 seconds, I think Swati Di chhod ke Dipali ma'am and Swati Di, for you, it's your first time at ACA. So welcome to the ACA family once again. Just in 30 seconds, how did you feel about ACA, the culture, the women and the men out here? And we would love to hear 30 seconds on how you felt about Women's Day and celebrating with such a vivacious and the vibrant family of ACA. Your time starts now.
Okay. एक तो I loved the feeling, it's a really family feeling. We go to a lot of professional organizations and there is a detach. Here there was a feeling that we are all together in it, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. So please hold on to that. And because family का आज हमने कितना बात किया कि family is so important, नींव है हमारे संस्कृति की, तो अगर हम वो है तो we can achieve so much. So congratulations to all of you for organizing a beautiful morning, and may you keep growing and growing.
I would like to take this, please indulge in me. Women's Day है. I want to read out a few lines, very powerful lines. आज से almost 85 years पहले ये लिखी थी कैफी आज़मी ने, शबाना's father. He was a communist, a Marxist. उस वक्त भी वो चौल वॉल में रहते थे, मतलब बस्ती टाइप जगह पे. बडिंग शायर थे, बड़े ही मतलब तेज़ तर्रार, देखने में खूबसूरत थे. हैदराबाद गए थे मुशायरा करने, और वहाँ शौकत आज़मी, who came from a ज़मींदार's family, was part of the मुशायरा. He was about 22 years old, she was 17, 18 years old. And that day she decided कि मुझे इन्हीं से शादी करनी है, चाहे मुझे कितनी भी गरीबी में रहना पड़े. What he had recited is his iconic poem, perhaps the most famous composition of Kaifi Azmi, called औरत. ये मैं क्यों आपको इसके बस बहुत लंबी नज़्म है, बस छोटी सी कुछ 2 पैराग्राफ्स इसलिए पढ़ रही हूँ. 85 years back, from the Muslim community, I mention Muslim today because I want to draw your attention to it. I would say in the Indian subcontinent, how men and women were in so many ways so much more empowered before this Victorian culture came and killed us. उन लोगों की यहाँ तो आज आपको पता है अमेरिका में और इंग्लैंड में women got the right to vote in 1920. उससे पहले उनके पास right to vote नहीं था. क्या बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं. हमारे यहाँ तो कब से there have been leaders, this, that and the other. औरत. कद्र अब तक तेरी तारीख ने जानी ही नहीं, तुझमें शोले भी हैं बस अश्क फिशानी ही नहीं. अश्क फिशानी आँखों के आंसू. कद्र अब तक तेरी तारीख ने जानी ही नहीं, तुझमें शोले भी हैं बस अश्क फिशानी ही नहीं. तू हकीकत भी है, दिलचस्प कहानी ही नहीं. तेरी हस्ती भी एक चीज़ है, तेरी हस्ती, योर कैरेक्टर, योर पर्सनैलिटी इज ऑल्सो समथिंग. तेरी हस्ती भी एक चीज़ है, सिर्फ तेरी जवानी ही नहीं. अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे. उन्वान इज इन्वोकेशन. अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे. उठ मेरी जान, मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. तोड़कर तोड़कर रस्म का, रिचुअलिस्टिक, तोड़कर रस्म का बुत मीन्स द स्टैच्यू, द प्रतिमा, द फिगर ऑफ, एक आपने प्रतिमा खड़ी कर दी है रिचुअलिस्टिक. तोड़कर रस्म का बुत, बंदे कदामत से निकल. बंदे कदामत इज इन मैनी वेज पाँव की बेड़ियाँ. ज़ौफ़े इशरत से निकल, वह में नज़ाकत से निकल. ज़ौफ़े इशरत, जिसकी बात इन्होंने की, नीरज ने की. ज़ौफ़े इशरत, टू बी टाइड डाउन इन लग्जरी. ज़ौफ़े इशरत से निकल, वह में नज़ाकत से निकल. अरे मैं तो कुछ कर ही नहीं पाऊंगी. नज़ाकत मैं कैसे कर पाऊंगी? The opposite of nazakat. She may wear her stilettos, but she'll give one kettlebell on your head and your head will be into pieces. है ना? ज़ौफ़े इशरत से निकल, वह में नज़ाकत से निकल. नफ्स के खींचे हुए हल्काए अज़मत से निकल. नफ्स, आपका फेट जो आपको दे रहा है, उससे भी निकलो आप. और अब सुनिए, कैद बन जाए मोहब्बत तो मोहब्बत से निकल. कैद बन जाए मोहब्बत तो मोहब्बत से निकल. राह का खार ही क्या, खार है कांटा, राह का खार ही क्या, गुल भी कुचलना है तुझे. फूल भी जरूरत पड़े तो कुचलना है तुझे. उठ मेरी जान, मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. Thank you for everything. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, just closing thoughts from you, and then we'll bring an end to the session.
Being a teacher, I would just say, the connect that we felt here today, sitting here, every word that was being shared with you by the panelists, everything was taken up so beautifully, and we could sense that the connect is there. And that's this wonderful organization has organized this, where everybody is kind of interacting by not just being only verbal, but there is a silent interaction happening. And the connect was very, very strong. Thank you so much for inviting us and for this wonderful morning spent on a Sunday. We'll remember this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and a special thank you to our president for making this such a vibrant event. Now may I request all females first to please come on the stage for a group picture, and then we'll have all our past presidents and EC members. Thank you. May I request all our past presidents, everyone in the hall, to kindly join for one picture.